Fast as fuck, boy.
An ex-snarker made a video about the snark subreddit that I thought was, honestly, it's really, I'm very grateful to this person. People don't understand.
For more than a year now, Ethan...
The forces that I'm dealing with, that we're all dealing with, not just me, all of us, of how fucking disgustingly evil these people are. Excuse me. It's 11 minutes. I encourage you guys to go watch the whole thing. I'm just going to watch leading up to the Zach Day explanation. I'm going to like this. Before we found it, it was getting bodied by snarkers telling this guy to kill himself. But the Fooper Trooper Army has found it and are showing support. I'm very happy. But yeah, here it is. I'll watch you guys with the first 4 minutes.
Ethan has been talking about it and saying how toxic this place is, how they promote harassment, doxing, stalking, and why it should be banned.
I bring this to YouTube because I respect the H3 snark and I believe that they're being silenced.
However, since I explained that the false I believe
that one didn't age quite so well.
Even JonTron?
Oh no.
Stay on. Whatever. This video was supposed to be a long-term project of mine when I started looking at the Snark page last year, but the mods froze the sub and started deleting post evidence to protect themselves. So sorry for the minimal editing. I thought it's good. Actually, you introduced some actually valuable evidence that we could potentially use. So I thank you for that too.
Yeah, I think this guy, he seems like very insightful and just, I feel like things that we knew that we necessarily haven't talked about in public, he put things together in a very cool, interesting way. A lot of respect.
On February 19th, 2025, Ethan Klein announced on his H3 podcast that he will be facing legal action against the H3 snark Reddit, and specifically targeting the mods that encourage spreading misinformation and harassment towards Ethan's family and co-workers.
Uh-oh. And listen guys, at this point you're totally fucked. Here's the thing. There's a subpoena that's going to come. You can't erase your data. Even if you didn't log in, we're going to get your IP address. We're going to find out.
Now, I am confident that Ethan Klein is going to win this lawsuit because I have personally been moderating the sub since last year and found endless amounts of misinformation spreading as truth, but also the dummies who run the H3 Snark page started deleting their accounts and taking down posts on the same day when Ethan announced his lawsuit towards the subreddit. Even an idiot like Phidias could piece together that the mods of H3 Snark are
He's right. Phidias is very dumb. We flip-flopped on him, but we come back around.
Well, I don't know if we ever thought he wasn't necessarily dumb. We found certain aspects of him endearing.
I think the first time we talked to him, we're like, okay, this guy's like,
bro,
not that dumb.
I want to fuck this bitch.
But then he is dumb. He is dumb. He's very dumb. Very dumb.
Where they get exposed to the whole world for allowing misinformation and harassment to grow in their snark subreddit. So since Ethan is going to rightfully Thanos snap the H3 snark sub out of existence with the lawsuit, I want this video to be a reminder of
By the way, all the snarkers moved to the subreddit H3 underscore subreddit productions, which ironically, I'll say this, I've always long suspected, I'm almost certain that I'm right about it, that the creator of that subreddit was Matt Haas.
What a full circle moment.
Many years ago. And so Matt Haas has, I mean, shit, I got to give the dude credit. He laid in wait, knowing his day would come. It actually seems like all the mods, it seems like there's zero moderation on that subreddit. I think it's like a forgotten about subreddit, and which is crazy because the posts are more unhinged than ever.
It's a ghost ship.
It's a ghost ship, and ironically, you would think it would be easier to report posts there being like openly anti-Semitic, saying like the Star of David is a Nazi, is basically the same as a Nazi symbol, which is like open racism, right? That I'm pretty sure isn't allowed on Reddit. I guess how much they care. Go ahead.
Zero. Nothing. Nada. Not at all.
They don't.
We don't care.
They don't fucking care at all. Yeah. But anyway.
How toxic the H3 Snark subreddit was, and to call out the creators who not only promoted the H3 Snark subreddit, but also defended it by portraying it as an innocent subreddit that is being unfairly attacked by Ethan Klein.
The revolution about to be televised. You picked the right time, but the wrong.
He's been trying to portray the people who participate in this sub as stalker lunatics, but in reality, most of them are former big fans who are now disappointed in...
It doesn't mean they're not
mutually exclusive things whatsoever.
Yeah, not at all.
In fact, most stalkers are...
They're the biggest fan.
Right, yeah.
Fucking awesome. The people who tore this apart are really the most bright and the most good faith. They love Jesus. They're so good faith. They believe. Sorry about that. That wasn't a good joke.
It's a stretch.
Dear H3 Snark, I see you. This is the video.
Then
this YouTuber by the name of Ethan's Basement makes the claim that the people on H3 Snark aren't crazy stalkers and lunatics like how Ethan portrays them to be. But let's actually look into that claim by going over a Reddit feature that the H3 Snark mods try to use in order to promote mob mentality harassment against the H3 crew. Back in July of last year, the H3 Snark page announced that there would be a live chat open at the same time that the H3 podcast went live. Not only would they use the live chat as a tool to not give their views to Ethan's podcast channel, but it also provided a toxic space that would unsurprisingly spread lies and cultivate hate towards the H3 crew. Whether it's calling Dan a misogynist who hates gay people, saying that Gila is programmed to take orders from her husband.
Right.
By the way, I gotta say they kind of hit the nail on the head on that.
What the hell, man?
I mean,
I'm kidding. It's so out of. It's so based on nothing.
This socially conservative Dan narrative is
you are
a little
so
baffling
like the
to
man
me.
of the people, all the people.
I don't. Whatever. A lot of this is news to me because I know people may or may not believe this. I genuinely have never gone to the Stark subreddit. Why? Like, why torture myself? Why upset myself? You know what I mean? I am the most disengaged from that shit.
The thing is, you can't interface with it in any meaningful or healthy way because it's all just people.
Trying
to say anything about you based on nothing. It's like it's just gonna make you crazy.
People saying that Gila is.
They can't make up their mind. Hila looked at Ethan because that's her programming. It's like they say that I'm captured by Hila's like insane Zionist politics, but at the same time, she's programmed by me. I actually never heard it this way before. It's usually that Hila's a Lady Macbeth who's pulling the strings, evil Zionist.
Programmed to take orders from her husband. Now that is literally misogyny, by the way. Or just flat out making up disgusting lies so that a crew member would receive
This one
that is so, I'm sorry, Olivia. This is nauseating. This is actually beyond fucking sick. These people share a community with people that say shit like this, and they think, and then they have the nerve to tell me how fucking sane it is, and I'm insane.
Yeah, I never said this. I know what they're talking about. I said that if I get one, I'll look at it. That was literally all I said. Please don't. Please don't send me them.
I am not condoning this at all. But Olivia literally said on the show she enjoys receiving contributes in DMs.
Yikes, bro.
That's a disgusting thing to say. What the fuck?
These are activists, by the way.
No, they're not.
They are supposed activists.
Yeah, but they're not.
I mean, there's as much activists as all the other like a ton of the other dipshits that you hear crying about. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. All right.
Wanted contributes in their DMs. That is also illegal, by the way. The
Is
H3 Snark live chat was a place where Chernobyl would likely call home because of just how toxic it was. The Snarkers would even post drawings of crew members for the purpose of everyone else in the live chat to make fun of them. But the thing that stuck out to me from the times I was looking...
And by the way, this all took place on Reddit's platform. They have a live chat feature that during every show they would open up with the explicit stated purpose of stealing views from us, where they would engage in targeted, relentless harassment against all of us. And then at the end of the show, they would erase it. And Reddit did not fucking care at all and continues not to care. And these journalists have the nerve to write these stories about me being the bad guy when they're not willing to do a fucking crumb of their own work. That this dude, you know, who's, I don't know what his background is, but I doubt he's a professional journalist, was able to piece together, not exactly fucking hidden.
Looking at the H3 Snark live chat, is that they really, really, really hate Zach. Whenever Zach was on screen, the H3 Snark chat would go crazy and comment about how ugly Zach is. They even went as far as to post screenshots of any H3 fans would compliment Zach so that everyone in the live chat can make fun of them. Now, if that isn't promoting harassment and lunatic behavior, then I don't know what is. But
and again, I jokingly said, when Comrade Casey was like, I hate Zach, just out of nowhere, we're like, oh, well, it's because he's anti-Semitic. Apparently, this was a meme on the Snark subreddit, and there's literally no other explanation other than you wear a Star David. Like, it's so fucking confirmed.
He's like the least on-screen person on the entire group.
Anymore.
Yeah.
I just want to do my fucking job. You know, like I'm a Dan. I would rarely ever look on there, but yeah, they fucking hate me.
Why do you think that is?
Probably because I'm a Jew. I'm a proud Jew. That's fucked up. People got a problem with that. Look, I wear my heart on my sleeve. I talk what I think, what goes in my head, and people don't agree with that. But you know what? I stand by my shit.
Listen, Zach, you are beloved by the real family.
Well,
here.
thank you.
These people they've been poisoning the well. I feel like there's been certain times where like, what's with all this Zach? Why are people coming down so hard on Zach? And it's like, these people are capable of shifting conversations and polluting, or maybe even not even that, but all brigading to make it seem like the predominant opinion.
You're right. But
so I saw that and we said, no, fuck that, dude. It is Zach Day.
Thank you.
We love Zach. This is Zach's big day.
This is Zach's big day.
Hit the music again.
Yeah, thank you for hitting that. Thank you for cueing your own music.
It's very kind of you.
Which doesn't mean a lot on this show other than whatever you want to eat and drink.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's kind of like,
and you get the hat.
Like Death
He's right.
Row. It's like your Last Supper.
Yeah.
Anything you want.
Anything you want.
Well, I wanted to plug my concert for 3.5 hours.
Well,
go ahead, plug it. Plug it.
Zach
Say it.
Liz live at Harvard and Stone. 3 nights, 3 different sets. March 15th shows next Saturday.
March 15th?
March 15th.
The Ides of March?
Ides of
3
March.
different shows?
3 nights. 3
Rocking
different
out
sets.
on the
So
Ides
if you
of
were to
March,
buy a
bro.
ticket to all 3 shows, you would not be wasting your time or money.
No, it's going to be 3 completely different sets.
Whoa,
You have that much
whoa.
Yeah, but we do covers. We do like anything the audience, like, you know.
They do requests.
Yeah, we do requests.
Improvise.
You do Freebird?
Fuck yeah, I do Freebird.
Yeah, I'll do Freebird.
Everyone, some person always yells out Freebird, and we have to play it. So
That's funny.
I enjoy doing it.
What a great meme.
Yeah. But
Jack, we love you, buddy.
I
We all
appreciate
love
that.
you.
I appreciate that. That means a lot. But yeah, I just now want to focus on my job, and you know, I hate that people fucking hate me so much.
Well, just know that they're actually just a bunch of anti-Semitic losers. That
Yeah.
The truth is, they hate themselves.
Yeah.
They're projecting. I mean, there's no chance that you could interact with this type of community on a regular basis and not be like severely damaged.
It's not normal. It's completely not normal.
It's not normal.
And I wish some of these people would, you know, I fucking hate saying this, but going outside and see, oh, there's a fucking world out there. There's other people that don't necessarily know what's going on.
Well, the problem is they go outside and everybody don't like them, so they go back inside.
They're keyboard warriors.
That is the problem.
Yeah. But I appreciate it.
I want to keep watching it, actually. I find it all very interesting.
the irony in all of this is how the Snark live chat ended. All the comments that I showed weren't deleted, nor were the users timed out or banned for spreading lies and code.
Ew.
Ew.
This was another thing they were trying to spread. That you were having an affair with Tom?
Literally, I've seen, I'm going to be honest, I've seen on the Snark, they have prophesized me with every single man in this room. I'm going to tell you right
levels
now.
of misogyny.
No, like, stop. They're all like my fathers. Like,
But like,
chill.
what a disgusting fucking
I know.
level of misogyny from this supposed progressive, predominantly woman community. Like, these people are sick, fucking twisted freaks, man.
Oh, that makes me so.
And that's why when I get a comment on Instagram saying, you're going to hell for getting a Star David tattoo, I gleefully and joyfully will open their public account. I have zero empathy left for any of these people. I wish only the worst.
I wish someone would come up and do it to my face, because that's never happened before yet, because they don't have the fucking chutzpah or balls to do that.
Well, that's funny. I invited one to call in today. I'm supposed he didn't respond.
He did respond. He declined.
Wow, he declined.
Yeah, he did.
What a fucking bitch-made coward.
Yeah.
Wow.
He
so
says
you can't stand on your shit there, huh?
Pussies.
let me skip forward a bit. The Creator Clash's former editor. Where's that? Here, let me pull that up.
It's in the section at the end when you said we were going to talk about all of this.
Well, it segues nicely.
Yeah, it's happening.
Hit it, Nate.
Yeah.
This guy, Froggy Tonic. No.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
First of all, Zach. Love can't say hit it. He doesn't have
Oh,
that.
whoa,
that was me. That was me.
It was Zach, and it's his day. It's his day.
I'm sorry.
I thought we were
Love,
chill today, bro. I thought we were chill. I was like hyping you up and shit.
Listen,
You
I
gave me
apologize.
food. You know
I was
the
wrong.
deal. You know the deal. You get me food. I'm a yes man for the day. And now you're turning on me. Bro.
Well, that's why I was surprised. But it wasn't you, and I apologize.
Okay,
Our
good.
deal is still intact.
All right, cool.
Zach,
Yeah.
I apologize to you. It's your day. You do whatever you want.
Can we do watch talk after?
Oh, yeah, fuck yeah. Why wait? I got a new watch. I love it. I'm so excited about
It's
it.
beautiful.
It's a Cartier Flang Tourbillon. Okay, I'm not going to do this right now. We'll put aside time for that.
Wait, so I'm sorry to clarify. Are we in the war zone or are we not in the war zone? Because I have to retract it to Nate.
I guess we're taking a short detour through the
Small war zone, Nate.
Can you do it just more quiet and more like less opaque?
Yeah, I'll turn it down.
Just like a. Yeah, but more. Can you make it opaque? Like halfway?
There you go.
Oh, that's good.
Perfect.
Less. Even less.
Even less.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little hint. Just like a
That's
little.
He's working on it.
Stand by.
by.
There.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, it's like barely there. That was great.
I didn't hear the audio though.
I heard it on the headphones. It
Oh,
played.
could be a little
I'll
louder.
turn it up. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's real good.
You could really ride that the whole time, and almost I could talk at the same time. Almost. Dude, I killed this whole thing, Olivia.
Oh my god, yay.
I'm sorry.
It went to a good
It
stomach.
was so fucking good, and I'll say at this moment, at least at this moment in time, I don't even feel bad.
Oh my god, yay. Just good because you had the milkshake.
I don't even feel bad about it. Pardon me. I'm done with these. I'm gonna throw them out.
So pardon me while I burst.
So this guy, Froggy Tonic, who is a previous editor and friend of Anissa and iDubbbz, who also, I mean, Anissa was interacting with him as far as like the same day, talking to him on Twitter. So she's at least on friendly terms with them. That being said, my criticism is obviously of him. Although I'll be on, okay, whatever. I'm not going to get into that right now. He said a lot of shit previously the day before. What was it? Wasn't there? Somebody posted an album, all the crazy shit
I think he was saying he used to be a fan of yours and he defended you until a certain point. I forgot.
He's like a deep, it seems like he's a deep level snarker. But here's the caliber of tweets that this guy's putting out that is supposedly on my friend's feed who are afterwards willing to still engage in friendly conversation with him. Just learned 2 years before Ethan's dog's death, some H3 fans voiced concern for his chronic vomiting, pointing to kidney failure, got shunned by other fans. Ethan declined the advice, stayed course, cheese as treats. Fast forward, dog dies of kidney failure at 6 years old, lifespan 13 years. He also says, so now, how can you shun a fallen fan when they worry about their 3 kids, when they can't be bothered to protect their dogs? Little homie, even ingested pills left on the floor. Like, come on, man. And someone else responded, then he gets a super cringe tattoo commemorating the torturous, agonizing death. This has been one of the main talking points that's been going on in Snark is just, they have no limit. They just go for whatever they presume is the most painful. And obviously blaming me for killing my beloved pet. And then extrapolating meaning to somehow say I'm abusing my kids. There's actually no limit to their cruelty. And I listen, I've been dealing with this shit for like 2 years at this point. The part that got to me about this is just like, this is apparently someone who's like a professional career as an editor who's worked with my friends on the previous Creator Clash, edited everything for them, who they still interact friendly with. And that just fucking breaks my heart. It does, as a human being. Let me read what I said. These evil fucking C words are working around the clock. This former editor for iDub said this. I took Shredder to the doctor many times over the years. I told him repeatedly about Shredder's frequent puking. He always told me it was normal for his breed. I told him about his odd bad breath. The doctor kept telling me he was fine. I am so fucking pissed at that veterinarian. I literally took Shredder to the doctor like, it feels like 5 to 8 times that year leading up to that. And they kept telling me he was fucking fine. And it drives me fucking angry. Because as I read about it more, I never suspected he had kidney problems. And when I started reading about it afterwards, it was like bad breath, nausea, not eating. These are all signs. And this is like exactly what I was telling the fucking vet about. The doctor never ordered blood testing, although we did some probably a year before and he was fine. Even the day before Shredder's diagnosis, I told my mom to bring him to the vet because he seemed off. I was on a vacation with the kids and Hila's mom at the time in San Diego. And even then, when my mom took him to the vet, he took his vital signs and he said he looked fine. The very next day, Shredder was puking out his meals. So my mom, thinking she's being overly concerned, took him back the next day and insisted they do a blood test. Next day after that, we got a call saying Shredder had stage 4 kidney failure and needed to go to the hospital or to get his kidneys flushed or he would die. He spent the next 3 days in the hospital, and while we got his values to go down, damage was already done, and over the next 6 months, his kidney continued to give out. It was one of the most painful, traumatic experiences of my entire life. I love that dog, as all of you guys know, with my heart and soul, and I would have done anything for him. I would have given him a kidney if I could. Using this as some kind of psychotic own to impugn my character is just cruel, pathetic on levels most humans aren't capable of. Fuck you, you piece of shit, and fuck my, quote, friends too, who I have stood by all these years, who can't find their spine. I don't need any fair weather friends. And that's all I'll say about that. Listen, it's all nice and good to reach out and say like, hey, just so you know, he doesn't work for us anymore. And I'm really sorry that you're going through this. And openly communicating with somebody who's actively saying this shit. And by the way, all the people that openly defend these people, this is all Snark information. This is all shit that is on Snark. And this is the shit that they talk about every day. This isn't just appear out of the ether. People like Adam McIntyre, people like Hassan, people like all these fucking journalists, Mike from PA, all these people, they are fucking co-signing, they are participating, and they are reading this type of deranged, inhuman cruelty. And all pretending like this is normal and it's okay and I'm crazy. There are journalists participating in the active gaslighting of me to imply that I'm the fucking crazy one. All this fucking bullshit because I hate Hamas, hate terrorists, and think a two-state solution is the best option in the interim. Imagine being a privileged American college student whose greatest hardship is missing their dinner meal plan, who has never known danger, telling my wife, who lived through the second Intifada, anything about this conflict. You are a fucking tourist and you don't know shit. Fuck you. And if you think being cruel will stop me, it won't. I promise you that. Then the thing is, like, I'm reading this because, like, at this point I feel the need to defend myself. That I didn't fucking, like, like intentionally and, like, maliciously kill my dog. Like, dude. Now he's saying that little homie even ingested pills left on the floor. Like, come on, man. I told this story. When Shredder was about 1 or 2, a guest at our house accidentally dropped an Adderall pill wrapped in plastic on the floor. Shredder picked it up and was tearing at the plastic. Once I realized what he was chewing on, I rushed him to the hospital where they pumped his stomach. I once on the show wondered if this horrible accident could have damaged his kidney. Leave it to these evil, obsessive freaks to turn that into another talking point. Fuck anyone that openly assaults with these freaks, who shouts out the snark subreddit, who uncritically accepts any of this vile poison without question. I will never forgive. I will never forget any of you participated in this. When people like Adam fucking McIntyre in a year from now try to like be like friendly and pretend like not like, bro, you are such a sick, fucked up dude for just going along with this stuff. And let me tell you this. As someone who's been on the receiving end of harassment on the internet, you'd think that you would be more empathetic for it instead of actively fucking jumping on a bandwagon to say shit actively like this. And it goes on to in this snark video to go on even further to show stuff that Adam said, like talking about how I'm trying to silence their criticism. It's just fucking cruel, dude. Like it's just cruel, man. Like, is that what it's for, clout? You just wanted to get some clouts from some psychos online, and so you turn into like this absolutely cruel fucking mean girl? And like, by the way, good luck with these fans. They're really fucking well-adjusted and super supportive. When you say one thing they don't like, guess who they're coming for next, Adam? And guess who's not going to be crying any fucking tears or running to your defense, scumbag? I expected this kid to be more mature and more caring and more empathetic considering what he's been through. And, you know, and I'll say this too, you know, what a fucking asshole for putting you in that position, Olivia. You're friends with him and you don't have to say anything, but like, what a fucking piece of shit. What a bad friend to put you in that position just for some fucking clout. And then it gets people angry at you, like, oh, how can she be friends with him? Which is total bullshit, okay? Olivia did not do anything. And by the way, we were all friends with Adam for a long time until he decided that, like, he could get some clout by being a total fucking psychopath and participate in snark. Like, what a shitty friend. What a little freak, dude. It's just pathetic. So, yeah, he's accused me of leaving pills on the floor. And yeah, so I'm feeling at a point to defend myself against. Anyway, this guy was saying shit like that Hila's a Nazi, that she kills kids, that she went on like she's like a IDF baby killer, all this types of shit, and that's showing up right up on us Nisa's and IDub's feed. My good fucking friends who I stood by after all these fucking years can't find a spine to speak up. You know why? Because they'll get murdered. For saying one goddamn fucking thing in our defense, like, actually, Hila's not a baby killer. Actually, accusing Ethan of killing his dog is maybe too far, because they have mobilized such an insane harassment group that anybody who says any fucking thing, they will attempt to ruin their lives. And once again, I'm the crazy one. It's not bad enough that I have this group of people harassing me and everyone in my life. It's that people outside of this group, journalists, creators, are actively participating in this gaslighting to make it seem like I'm fucking crazy. Like, dude, I probably done and stood by iDubbbz and Anissa more than anybody. I've stood by them when all the internet hated them because I love those guys. I vouched for their character, and I stood by them 100%. And listen, I'm not saying that they're not the good, nice, fine people that I thought they were, but I'll say this: I don't think they're fucking any friends of mine. That's what I'll say at this moment. And certainly, I don't think they're any fucking friends of mine based on the text conversation I had with them too before I even talked about it. So I have nothing. I don't need any fucking halfway friends, man. That's not what I need. How could you not say something when this is like, imagine like one of you guys is like, Hassan actually wants to go to Gaza so he can strangle Israeli babies or some shit like that. I'd be like, you imagine me not saying something. Hassan actually killed his fucking dog. You think that I would let that slide as much as I hate Hassan? You don't think I would say something? Somehow it's like admirable right now to just be like, yeah, that's true. I refuse to acknowledge any common human decency at all. Ethan is the worst person that ever lived. He is evil in every conceivable way, and we must destroy him. Why? I really don't know. I really don't. But a lot of it comes from this whole snarking, this whole snarking thing, and yeah, I want to at this point, I'm gonna continue this video.
Weren't deleted, nor were the users timed out or banned for spreading lies and hate by the H3 snark moderators. Now, this doesn't mean that the live chat wasn't moderated. In fact, it was the opposite. The H3 snark moderators encouraged this type of behavior and even promoted the user who said Dan hates women and gay people to an official moderator. Unsurprisingly, actions like this eventually snowballed to the live chat being impossible to manage, and what better way to show it to you than by showing an
How ironic. Hassan allows his community and crew to have free speech. Ethan and Ashley wouldn't understand that.
Who's exactly his crew? Who are they talking about? His dog? He allows his dog to speak or like whatever. What's his crew? Who does he have?
He doesn't really have a crew.
He doesn't. I don't know who he's talking about because there's mods in there, by the way, ban anyone that mentions, for example, let's talk about his housekeeper. Try typing that in his chat. Type my name, type content nuke, I don't know. They heavily moderate there. A lot more than we do. We just ban people out. I think we temp ban people for being dickheads, basically. That's about it. Not that I give a fuck even. I'm not out here being like, free speech in our chat for everybody. Say whatever you want. Stupid.
H3 snark moderator slowly descent into madness from trying to moderate a live chat of over 800 snarkers who are allowed to spread lies and harassment. The H3 snark live chat feature would be closed in September because it turns out that it's a bad idea to hold a live chat where the sole purpose is to spread hate and harassment towards someone. Which brings up my next point.
This is what I said in my fucking original statement about how it's all a network of sock puppets, which the journalist brought up jokingly, almost to make me look like I'm insane. Like Ethan Klein, who's just a conspiracy theorist, think it's all a bunch of sock puppets. This fucking random dude pretty easily figured that one out, you fucking scumbag hacks.
However, I find it quite interesting that when it comes to the snark, we went straight to listen and agree to take
by claiming instead of eating you
posted on the platform. He's gone out of his way to like agitate the subreddit.
YouTuber Paige Christie defends the H3 snark community by claiming that Ethan Klein should have just had a civil conversation with the H3 snark mods instead of pursuing legal action. But the reason why Ethan had to take legal action is simple. You can't have an honest conversation with anyone. They aren't even real. Let me explain. The H3 snark moderator list has over 30 30 plus moderators, but if you take a closer look at the accounts, it becomes clear that most of the mods aren't even real accounts, but rather sock puppet accounts. I wish I could show you, but all of the links to the mods post history that I saved no longer work because of the fact that all of the H3 snark mods deleted their profiles the moment Ethan announced his lawsuit against them. But I guarantee you that the lawsuit will uncover the fact that multiple of the H3 snark mods will have the same IP address because it's run by the same person. Even if you
and this guy did basic investigative work and found out what we got from our informant, which is that the snark is run by basically 4 people. The same 4 people.
Snark mod list now. The only mod accounts left over are accounts.
By the way, imagine being like 4 people, and I guess 2 of them were primarily the most active. Look at this operation they have just to set up to harass me. They've got like 30 to 40 accounts set up in different fucking ways to hide their tracks, all in the pursuit, unpaid work, right? Or at least maybe, I don't know, maybe it is paid. I don't know at this point. Like, how do you spend that much time doing it? How? How do you spend so much time doing this for fun? And apparently one of them's in college.
Well, that's the FOMO.
Oh, that's FOMO. Yeah, right. Okay. You're right. Still, I feel so bad for her. Did you hear she only gets 5 hours of sleep, Nate?
That's rough, bro.
Does it get worse than that?
That were created literally less than 2 weeks ago with no activity.
Let me go back because this is important.
If you take a look at the H3 snark mod list now, the only mod accounts left over are accounts that were created literally less than 2 weeks ago with no activity, yet the creator of the H3 snark subreddit thought that they deserved moderation powers. I'm not kidding. If you look at the H3 snark mod list right now, there are literally 5 accounts that were created just 2 weeks ago with no comments or even post history, yet they have moderation roles in the H3 snark subreddit. So how is Ethan Klein expected to have an honest conversation with the H3 snark community when the moderation is run behind sock puppet accounts to avoid any responsibility from spreading lies against Ethan and his crew?
What allows you to do this to me? Because this isn't just a prank. No. This goes beyond throwing bowling balls on my car. This took planning, coordination. I mean, how many weeks? Or was it months?
I bring this to YouTube because I respect the H3 snark and I believe that they're being silenced.
YouTuber.
Yeah, I hope that you fucking. I mean, again, what more do you need to know about the guy? He's willing to on fucking the record say he respects the H3 snark.
I will say there's an irony because I feel like our fans, when he first started popping up, really disliked Adam. Then, and those same people, I assume, then became the snark.
Yeah.
To hype these people up who will most likely turn on him the second he changes his mind or says something he doesn't like.
The reason I call him a rat is because, like, he used to come to our events and beg us to let him in, which we would. We would always like accommodate him, let him into our shows, come hang out, be a part of the team. He would come and show up, and then it's like at one fucking opportunity to turn around and join the bandwagon for a little fucking clout, he just completely like does a 180. Like, actually, Ethan's the worst person in the world, and also I don't mind putting my friend Olivia, who's apparently my real friend, in a terribly weird, fucking uncomfortable situation where you end up getting hate for no reason. The worst part is, like, a lot of this has ramifications for the crew, and it's just so unfair. By the way, speaking of which, I just want to voice my support for Lena. The way that they have it set up is basically, if Lena were to drop out, she would lose she would have to pay back like $25,000 or something like insane. And besides that, right, which I told her I would cover if she wanted to drop out. Besides that, I really, she's been working really hard. And just because I'm having an issue with what's going on here, I 100% support her. I want her to fight. I want to watch her fight. She deserves to have that fight. She's trained hard, and she deserves to have her moment and to enjoy that experience. Okay, so I don't want anybody judging Lena for participating in that. I support her, and I insisted to her that she continues in it. So please understand that, and don't fucking do to Olivia what. Don't you know what I mean? Like, treat anybody here like everybody on this crew is the good guy. I promise you, everybody here is the good guy. Okay, that's what's happening. No, I said 25,000. People can't believe it. Yeah, well I don't know exactly the terms, but I think they pay out of pocket for all their training, and then they pay them back after the fight, plus some like small purse amount that each fighter gets. So I support her. I'm going to watch her. I'm going to cheer her on. Am I going to promote the event? No. But actually, the event was during our break anyway, so it's not even a fucking conundrum that I have to deal with. But I hope they raise lots of money for charity. I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm here to support Lena. That's it. Anyway, go on, Adam.
Claims that Ethan is unfairly copyright striking the H3 Snark subreddit and pursuing legal action in order to suppress the H3 Snark community. But that just isn't true. There is a difference between suppressing criticism and shutting down defamation. If you take a closer look at the copyright claims, and specifically what the lawyer of Ethan Klein wrote.
Fun fact, the mod who made the copyright thread that Adam used in his video deleted their profile. Gee whiz. Is that worth mentioning? I think that's like worth mentioning, that like all the people you cite are constantly erasing all their profiles. That's bizarre, don't you think, Adam? Don't you think that's bizarre, Adam? Why are they doing that?
And sometimes with sock puppets, they post like full threads on another subreddits like YouTube Drama, Moi, and they erase their account immediately. Like they posted it and they erased their account then the same moment.
I saw there was like a top post on Moi, I think it was, where the account was 0 days old.
Yep.
What huge subreddit allows brand new accounts to post shit that hits the front page?
Unless a moderator sees it being removed,
yeah,
and then accepts
like who
it
the
through.
fuck? Point that out in any other large subreddit where fresh, brand new accounts are hitting the front page of Reddit with shit.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. It's fucking insane. But I'm the crazy one, according to several journalists.
About the takedowns, and it's clear that the H3 Snark subreddit never wanted to have an honest conversation to begin with. Ethan Klein's lawyer clearly states that the posts that were taken down because the purpose of the Snark post were to siphon views from the H3 podcast channel and to hurt the ad revenue. What the H3 Snark moderators forgot to mention from the lawsuit thread that they created was that they have been purposely trying to hurt the ad revenue and views from the H3 podcast for months now. Remember?
Seems like an important detail that should be not missed by the most basic cursory look. Oh yeah, I've literally said it. That they are explicitly saying that the purpose of stealing the fucking views is to prevent us from getting views on our fucking owned property. You know, the content that I hire everybody here, that I pay for this building, that I invest in producing, yeah, they're stealing that. They're not reacting to it. They're explicitly stealing it. Literally written out in text on record. You'd think that Adam or any of these pathetic journalists wouldn't have to make any weird assumptions about me, you know, like, what are we doing, guys?
Remember the Snark live chat feature I talked about? Here's a snarker in that chat room talking about using an alternate YouTube website to watch the H3 podcast show so that the podcast doesn't receive their view. Here's 2 other posts where snarkers flat out talk about using
please, here, let me go back. The shit that we have, by the way, is so much worse than all of this, which is why I'm so confident that when any of you people actually see this lawsuit, even the most pathetic among you are going to have a hard time defending them.